Now, the other point that the black community likes to point to, in regards to our children, if I say that black men are involved in their children's lives, however, in education, the black community is suffering. That responsibility falls on black men and black women, because if we're saying, and the statistics say, that black children, black girls and black boys can't read at the proper level in 8th grade up to 12th grade or something like that, I covered those, then that responsibility falls on all of us, because now we know that black men are actually involved in their children's lives. However, we need to do a better job of teaching our kids the importance of going to school and getting your education. And we all need to be more focused on, encouraging that in the household. All right? Make sense? So yes, it's not just black women not teaching their kids the importance of school, because and this is for black men, you can't have one, you can't have one or the other. Either black men are in their children's lives or they're not. And then if they're not, then you could place the focus on the women who are, taking care of these kids on 100% basis. But if black men are in the children's lives, then we both have responsibility. Okay? So the main thing that we're focused on is, because I hear the narrative of it's only a small percentage of black men having all the children with black women. And we know that only 46% of black men have fathered children. However, how many black men are living with their kids, that's very important, because we got to get that stigma out there. But like I said, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Either black men are involved and they are, half responsible for our kids' piss poor education and, studies or whatever, or they're not in the children's lives, and you got to blame the mother who has full control of those kids. Even though there are more black women, 61% have mothered children. We know this fact to be true. So yes, a small percentage more black women are responsible for raising their kids because they did not have them with the majority of black men. But the majority of black men who are in the household, they do hold responsibility. Okay? Dante Bryant, $5 super chat said, but 54% of black men don't have children, so it's mostly women, right? So yes, like I said, when you talk about being in, when you say mostly women, we still have to focus on the children that black men do have 100% contact on. So yes, like I said, you can focus on just black women alone, because 69.3% have children at a wedlock. They have had those children by men, and the majority of those men that they had their children by are black men. So I'm telling you that black men are still involved in their children's lives, even if they don't live with the child. So at that point, black men are responsible as well. Make sense? So if black men don't live with the child, but I'm telling you that black men are the most involved. They read with their children, take care of their children, prepare meals, all this stuff. You know where that narrative of black men being the most involved, and all the studies that I've showed you guys saying that most involved means they need to take responsibility for educating their children or establishing the purpose of getting a good education. So black men are, still involved as well. So again, the easy way would be like, oh man, these black women, but if black men are the most involved, then that means that we're there in some form or fashion. So we got to take some of that responsibility too. Okay.